welcome to Matter. This is my rather puny junk pile, as it's known. Parents have done everything to wean this into small parts as possible. However, there is an upside. Hidden away under here, at the back, in the dark, on the shelf that my UPS is visible, lives the secret stash. Don't tell anyone. But tonight's subject of disassemblement will be this Freeview box, which was given to me. I kind of semi-fixed it, but it still needs work because the caps are buggered. And this dead hub will be something for a later date, I reckon. Bit of networking equipment. So this is the main victim. I'm not going to bother with the remote because remote says not really anything inside them. This hasn't got much inside it, but it'll be interesting to show it off. My mum was using it for a while, but she got fed up with it and threw it out the window, and it survived. That was fun. I found that quite funny, actually. Right. To the most well-lit part. Here. Hang on. Oh, golf clubs. This thing should really be sold. What's the view? The view is excellent. It's in view. So this will be our disassembly point. So, grab my screwdrivers and start. So first we have jack shit on the front, power button, IR sensor, some channel selection. Nothing to it. DV3, I don't know, that's some no-name Chinese brand. Teacher of my old school gave this to me. Coaxial for digital audio. Not that there's really much point in that. RF in, RF loop through so you can link it to other stuff. SCART for VCR and TV. And what looks to be some kind of serial connection. SCART. Nice and standard here in the UK and Europe. Sadly, the poor Yanks don't get it. Not sure why that is, because it gives you RGB, S-video, composite, it gives you everything pretty much, except for VGA. Not the vintage computers can be linked up through SCART. I want to get a VGA no SCART thing for my BBC, so I can enjoy it on there. So it's just them three things, and then this comes off. Trouble is, we've been told the metal is contracted. There we go. And you can see my bodge cap. Made by Rapid. And this was a motherfucker to solder in. It's completely fallen off the hot glue that was holding it in. Why am I not surprised? And it's all on one circuit board. You've got the front panel board, which there'll be nothing exciting to, just buttons with blue LEDs, and some controlled and infrared electronics. So we'll just unplug that, and that. Take this out. This thing does work, just about. And remember which screws screw into where for system removal. Now, with them in the garage, and what makes my laptop slow, I've only got 12 minutes to do this in. So I've got to be quick. Scan time. Time used. Good, we're on good time. We're only at 4 minutes. I'm not sure how people manage to fit like whole reviews of stuff into 5 minutes. Me, a proper review of a system. The only thing I'm actually any good at reviewing is actually the systems themselves. I'm crap at the games because I just can't. I don't put any research into it. That's the problem for the games. So this is just one of your cheapy things. A nice looking board, but we have a look at what the makes of the caps are. Minus the one I installed. There it goes, out it comes nice and easily. The 4-minute mark. Well, out it comes nice and there we go. So there's the underside. You've got power distribution, thick spaced lines, which is kind of what you'd expect. That wasn't originally rusty. That's just from being out here. And the caps are made by loads of weird names that I do not recognise, aka Chinese no-name brands, or one hung low. I mean, Chang, C-H-A-N-G, Chang, or something like that. I mean, what the hell? And then there's ones like this, which is Chang again. Chang. A lot of Chang. S-E, con. What is that meant to be? Oh, these caps are a con. And you've got the chip is some GT thing, never heard of it, and that's got epoxy white spunk coloured glue that holds that down. The only thing I do hope is it isn't hard as spunk. So yeah, while the actual design of the unit itself isn't actually that bad, with multi sort of fiberglassy board, cheapy board, the construction itself actually isn't too bad. It's the quality of the components used. However, there doesn't seem to be a proper bridge rectifier. There are these diodes here which probably do that. And as a result, it suffers from crapness. This is your processor, which seems to have most of it integrated. That's your RAM, and then you've got a let's get the torch. That is a part I don't recognise. That'll be a memory. That is not an EEPROM like I thought it would be. That is a, get on the part, HCF4053. Can't remember what that part number does. And there's another one like it on there somewhere, or was that the only one? Yeah, that's the only one. Most of these part numbers, well, pretty much the CPU does it all. Now some of you might be wondering what it's like inside a digital tuner, which is also some unnamed, no-named thing, and the screwdriver should be sitting up here, not on the floor. So let's get my flat head in and show you. This side shows you the arse end of the board, but I can assure you it's RF magic that looks no different to a standard tuner. In fact, it's more basic. I've noticed this about these digital tuners. The good stuff is on this side, so now the camera, pull that back, and it pretty much looks like, and that's made in, no, that's not where it's made, it's the company, which is another unknown make. In fact, the thing seems to be lacking a proper part number. But yeah, it's pretty standard if you've ever seen inside one of these things. There's nothing new here. The bottom of the board has jack shit on it. You can see my terrible soldering from where I tried to fix it. I was determined and it paid off. I'll put some more work into this at some point. I want to try and save Mum's TV. I don't want her to throw it away. It's a bloody Sony Adrenium tube, which is far superior to anything else you can even buy at the moment, because every bloody modern thing will die in 5 seconds flat, whereas that thing is old now, older than my little Samsung TV, and still going, because the analog switch off is happening very soon. So we'll just pop that back in, and if the camera randomly dies out on me unexpectedly, well, thanks for watching. This wheel for filtration, you've got small capacitors and that. mostly filtrating out RF noise and stuff. One thing they do that's good is they label the connectors with what all the signal lines going down. I've noticed this in this sort of equipment. They have a habit of doing that, and that's a thumbs up. Even if the piece of equipment is a cheap piece of crap, that's still a thumbs up, because it makes my life for interfacing and hacking much easier. And anything that makes modification easier is a good thing in my book. Although I don't really hack these, I just kind of interface and put power in and see what happens. This can be reassessed